All right, Algebra 2. Pardon my voice, I'm a little under the weather, but we're going to power through. So we're talking 5-7, day 2. Yesterday we did radicals with multiplication. Today we're doing radicals with addition and subtraction. So if you recall like terms, okay, this is just a side note here. Like terms are things that have the same variable and the same exponent. So if they had a different variable or a different exponent, we couldn't add these together. But these have the same variable, same exponent, so we can add 5 plus 7 is 12, and then x squared stays the same. So combining like terms is very similar to what we're going to do today with combining like radicals. Okay? What that means is, number one, you have the same root or the same index, and then number two, you have the same variable. If there's any variables inside or variable slash number inside, so that's called the radicand, then those are like radicals. So if you look at these two examples, if these were numbers, we could go ahead and add these together. So I would say a plus b, whatever that is, nth root of x. So nth root of x doesn't change. Same thing here, a minus b, since it's subtraction, and then nth root of x doesn't change. So for example, if I had 2 third root of a, or third root of x, plus 5 third root of x, for example, those are the same radicand, same index or root, so 7 third root of x. So the radical stays the same. That's just one example there. Okay, so let's look at what these answers look like here. Okay, so number one, look at the radicals first. Their roots are the same and what's inside are the same. So the outside can go ahead and go together. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and then the radical stays the same. So you can either have 1 so 1 square root of x or just square root of 5x. Either way is fine. Okay. So number 2, look at these. The radicals, same root but different numbers. So I can't do anything. So these are different radicals. You don't have to write this down every time, but I'm just writing it down to help understand what that is. So different radicals means you can't do anything. It is fully simplified. Excuse me. Fully simplified. Can't do anything. Okay? So, look at the next part. Again, the root is different. What's inside the root is the same, but the root or the index is different. So, different root or index, again, fully simplified. Fully simplified. Okay? None we can do. So, let's look at number 4. If I'm going too fast, pause it. It's the beauty of having a video. So, look at these two radicals. 4th root, 3x squared inside, 3x squared inside. So, we can go ahead and put these together. So, 17 minus 15 is 2. Everything in the radical stays the same. And we're done. Easy as that. But the hard part is keeping it the same. So you just got to remember that fact. The radical does not change when you add and subtract. Okay? Now, what we get into for these two is we have to simplify first. So in this case, none of those are the same radical, but it doesn't mean we can't make them the same radical. So we're looking for groups of 2 here. So let's simplify each of these. So that's 4 and 3, 2 and 2. So 2 comes out, a 3 is left in. Okay, let's do the next one. 5 times, well, let's do 3 actually. 25 times 3, 5 times 5. There's a 5 coming out, so plus 5, square root of what's left? 3. And then this one doesn't simplify, so minus square root of 3. And would you look at that? All the radicals are the same now, so I can combine the coefficients. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 minus 1, so 2 plus 5 minus 1 is 6. Square root of 3. Radical stays the same. Okay, so number 6, very similar. Cube root, none of these are the same, but let's break them down. So 10 times 25, 2 times 5, 5 times 5. There's a group of 3. 5 comes out. Cube root of what's left? 2. Next up, I'm doing plus what? 9 times 6. 6 is 2 and 3. 9 is 3 and 3. And so I've got 3 3s. You don't have to circle them all at the same time. If you want to go 1, 2, 3, that 3 comes out, and I have a 2 left over. So cube root of 2. And then the last one, 4 times 4, 2 times 2, 2 times 2. There's a pair of 3s again, or a group of 3 2s, so minus 2, cube root of 2 again. And once again, look at that. Same radical. Those are all the same, so combine their coefficients. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. Cube root of 2. Radical stays the same. Okay? So, on the next page, we have pretty much the same thing, but this time we're multiplying first. We have to distribute first. So you got to remember our rules for multiplication. Okay? So first of all, I'm going to double distribute. So 4 times both of the other parentheses. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16, square root of 2. So the outsides multiply together, insides multiply together. So same thing here. 2 times 5 is 10, square root of 2. And then look what happens here. 2 times 4 is 8 on the outside. On the inside, 2 times 2 is 4. And so simplify what you can. None of these simplify except the last one. Because what's the square root of 4? That's 8 times 2 now. Square root of 4 is 2. And so, let's combine like terms. We have 20 plus, those are the same radicals, so 26 square root of 2 plus 16. And we still have those like terms. 20 plus 16 is 36 plus 26 square root of 2. And there's my final answer. Remember, these are not like terms. Those got to stay separate. That's why we have that simplified answer at the end. Okay, so let's look at number 8. Number 8 is pretty similar. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5, square root of 7. And then look here. That's really a 1 in front, so 1 times 5 is 5, square root of 7. And then 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Square root of 7 times 7 is 49. Or you can lift the lid and make that a 7 right away. That's kind of up to you. So combine like terms. Those cancel each other out, actually. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. So it's 25 minus 1 times 7. Square root of 49 is 7. 25 minus 7 is 18. And so, in that case, again, if you multiply something by itself and it's a square root, just lift the lid. And so on the last couple, these are squared. So again, we've talked about this a lot with squaring things, but it's really something times itself. So rewrite it if you need to. Square root of 2 square root of 5 times 3 minus 2 square root of 5 again. So multiplying by itself. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 square root of 5. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 square root of 5 again. Negative times negative is positive 4. And then this time I'm going to go square root of 5 times square root of 5 is not square root of 25, but just 5. Lift the lid. Square root of 5 times itself is just 5. And so I can combine like terms. 9 minus 12 square root of 5. And this one is 20. And then combine those like terms. So 29 minus 12 square root of 5. Final answer. Again, do not put those together. Those are not like terms. And so last one, we have square this. So parentheses, square root of 5 square root of 2 plus 7 times itself. 5 square root of 2 plus 7. And we distribute. So this times this, 5 times 5 is 25. And again, 2 times 2, square root of times square root of, square root of 2 times square root of 2 is just what's inside, 2. Do the same thing here. 5 times 7 is 35, square root of 2. 7 times 5 is 35, square root of 2 again. And then 7 times 7 is just 49. Okay, so that is 25 times 2 is 50. Combine like terms, those are 70 square root of 2 plus 49. Combine those like terms, that is 99 plus 70 square root of 2. Final answer. And that is adding and subtracting. So on your homework worksheet that you got yesterday, there was some adding and subtracting on there, so you can go ahead and finish that. So the 5, 7 homework is going to be due at the end of class tomorrow, or if you have me Friday, so Thursday, Friday. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions, and have a great e-learning day. Peace.